College State is the new coach of the Anchorage Bulls, and he is here to try and bring his team to glory and possibly a Super Bowl with an unbelievable roster. Let's get into it. So I created College State, who is going to be the coach of a team called the Anchorage Bulls. And this team is made up of players with their states as a part of their college name. I'm not doing abbreviations. Like, I'm not doing LSU because when it reads it in the game, it doesn't have the word state in it. But as you can tell by the overall, this team is unbelievable. 94 overall, 93 offense, 97 defense. I don't know how that averages out, but apparently it does. Our random scheme is going to be Matt LaFleur's offense and Raheem Morris's defense. These are both just randomly generated, so it can't be rigged. Now, I did literally this entire depth chart, so everybody has this in their thing. Let me go prove real quick. All right, so now that I proved it, let's look at this roster. Our quarterbacks are Dak Prescott, Jordan Love, and Brock Purdy. Our running backs are Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Walker Jr., and Breece Hall. Our wide receivers are going to be Terry McLaurin, Devontae Adams, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and Chris Godwin Jr. As you can tell, Ohio State got most of these guys except for like Devontae Adams, who's Fresno. At tackle, we have Taylor Decker and Tyrese Fuaga. At left guard, we have Joe Thuney and Jonah Jackson. At center, we have Elkton Jenkins and Jack Conklin. Right guard, we have Tevin Jenkins and Will Fries. And then at right tackle, we have Paris Johnson Jr. and Jack Conklin. Our tight ends are Trey McBride, Dallas Goedert, and Pat Freiermuth, with Pat Freiermuth playing our fullback position because there were no fullbacks who went to state teams. This offense is absolutely disgusting and has literally no holes on it. And this isn't even our better side of the ball. But before we get to defense, let's just look at this because we have Graham Gano at our kicker and AJ Cole at our punter. But now we get into the good stuff with our defense, which is absolutely insane. We'll start off with our D-line, where at the right edge, we have Micah Parsons, Joey Bosa, and Montez Sweat. On the left edge, we have Brian Burns, Jared Verse, and DeMarcus Lawrence. Both of our edges include guys that played on the Cowboys last year. Our D tackles are Chris Jones, Cam Hayward, Jeffrey Simmons, Grover Stewart, and Jared Verse. Up at linebackers for our will, we have Diane Henley and Jermaine Pratt. Our mics are Bobby Wagner, Demario Davis, and then our Sam is Frankie Louvu and Alex Singleton. Safeties are Jalen Thompson and Kevin Byard on the one side, and then Derwin James Jr. and Jaquan Brisker on the other, with Jalen Brown also there. Our corners are Jalen Ramsey, Denzel Ward, Kenny Moore III, Deron Bland. As you can tell, this team is absolutely outrageous, and when I started making it, I didn't think it would be nearly this good, but it is so unbelievable. So we're going to look to sim a season with these guys and see how they fare. But before that, let's hop into a random game. So our random game is actually going to be our final game of the year against the Philadelphia Eagles, which is that's not fun ever. We did take Saquon from them though, so maybe we'll have a chance. And also, this is basically just like simming to the end of the year. And at week 18, we are 11-5. Our defense is up to 99 overall. We are absolutely cooking, which is shocking because we have a good amount of older players here. Eagles are 10-6, which means this could be a fight for the playoffs. We actually replaced the Commanders in this one, so this is the fight for the top of the division, and it is going to be that way. And we have one win on them, but we are going into Philadelphia. We're at 97, they're in 86. I really hope we win. We're playing the moments only. Listen, gentlemen, no matter what happens, just remember, as soon as the game ends, run for the bus, because these fans may kill you if you beat them and boot them from the playoffs. And we're going to come in here on a 3rd and 12. We only use coach suggestions just to make it seem realistic for the year and see how our guys get used. And immediately, we are going to try and stop these guys. Look at that, number 37 in the backfield because we stole Saquon. Oh my God, I just got burnt. And Jalen Hurts is not going to throw there. He's going to look to run, and we have stopped him. His quads weren't enough. That was his first rush of the game, and we've got him stopped. And they are going for it right after. I don't know why they took me out and put me back in for it, but we have to stop these guys. Coach wants a blitz. I agree. And let's destroy right up the middle. Diane Henley destroys the running back. Low-key, they might have traded for a guy, or that might be Tootin. I don't remember when I made this roster. That might actually be Tootin. And I get brought in on a 3rd and 6. I didn't realize how many motion plays were in this playbook, but that's actually kind of cool. Look at the team that we have assembled here, though. This is disgusting. Great pocket. Dak's just gonna throw it. Terry McLaurin has got it. Stiff arms a man. Terry McLaurin down to the 6. And they're gonna keep us in here, and it's gonna be PA cheat cross. All right, 2nd and goal. We're gonna see what we can find here. McBride is not even on the field right now. There is a flag. Guy on the floor. I'm just gonna try and scramble with Dak. Big juke move, and he's into the end zone. As long as it's not a penalty on the Bulls, then it is going to be a touchdown. Dak put a man on ice skates. And they are showing my tackle, which means, yep, that is a holding. All right, after a costly penalty, it is 2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. A tough position. Dak is going to get out to McLaurin, making a man miss and getting it to 3rd and 9. If it's a blitzing linebacker, it's a throw to the receiver. It's not going to be Prescott trying to take it with his legs, running out of stamina. A man on ice skates. That's what he did on the penalty play, but he does it again, turning the enemy into goop. And running into the end zone is Dakota Rain Prescott. Let's go, gentlemen. The first score of the day for the Bulls. It is a big one. And I'm not going to get brought back in until 1:03. It is 1st and goal. And we are not going to have time constraining us here. If I was playing here and like calling plays and all that, I would be trying to run it out. But instead, it's wide open. Terry McLaurin for his touchdown. Dak has a rushing and a passing. And we are leading 20-0 with 58 seconds left in a half. We are putting up crazy points. They bring me back on offense. It is 3rd and 3 there. Going crazy coverage. And we're just looking to try and keep advancing this ball wide open. It's Terry McLaurin, our #1 guy. They bring me back in on a 3rd and 3 on the 34-yard line. Don't love this play call. So we're going to see what we can pick up here. Dak rolling, and he's got green grass ahead of him. Running out of bounds is Dak. They're going to bring us right back in here as the 3rd quarter comes to a close, 21-7. 2nd and 8 here. Just going to throw this one out to McLaurin. He's got it, and 3rd and 1 comes up here. 3rd and 1. We have a 99 overall running back, and coach wants to use him right up the gut, and he's got the touchdown. Untouched is Saquon Barkley. A perfect version of the play. Saquon is saluting the Eagles goodbye as he is a part of the Bulls for this future dynasty. They bring me back in for a 4th and 3. The Eagles are looking to try and make this game even remotely competitive. It's over, but they're trying to stat pad. Hurts is going to roll off on the run. Almost intercepted and clotheslined is the running back. And that is going to bring us to the close of the game. So the Bulls are going to take control of the division and get themselves the 3 or the 2 seed here. And the Eagles are going to be stuck in the lower rings of the playoffs. But both teams have a long way to go before they can make it. I mean, just this game, Dak Prescott put up 263 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick, but a really good rating. Saquon had 77 yards and a touchdown, even though we didn't really use him that much. McLaurin with 117 and 1. Jackson Smith and Jigba with 3. So if you look at our receptions here, a lot of our guys didn't get targets. It's all McLaurin. No sacks or pancakes for either team. 7 tackles for B-Wags is cool. 2 TFLs for Burns and Wags. This is actually such a crazy defensive unit. A lot of them are older, though, which is interesting. But I guess we don't have that mystery of the record. I don't really like to do record predictions. I'm just going to say we're going to go a calm little 11-6 or 12-5. I'll say 12-5. To end our season, and let's see who we're playing the first round of the playoffs. Oh, what a turn. It is actually going to be the 10-7 Eagles, as we did go 12-5. Here's a look, or not. The Lions got the 1 seed, and we are the 2 seed here. Before we get into this, though, let's check out our stats. We have the best offense in the entirety of the NFL, which is crazy. This never happens in defense. We were somewhere. We were #1 for defense as well. Dak Prescott put up 4,200 yards, 38 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions this year. What a great year for him, honestly. Almost 40 touchdowns, below 10 picks, and 4,200 yards. That's everything that you wish from Dak. Saquon Barkley, 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns, don't let 3 fumbles, but that is over 100 yards per game. Holy, what a year from Kenneth Walker. Also got 427 and 6 out of him, but that is unbelievable. 3 1,000-yard receivers led by Jackson Smith and Jigba, which is interesting. He put up 18 touchdowns to go to 1,200 yards. That is impossible. All right, I was blazing there a little bit, but that is actually an insane season from him. 1,000 yards out of Terry McLaurin, 5 touchdowns, and then Adams had 1,005. JSN was our wide receiver 3 going into this year, by the way. I wonder, is this going to be... Actually, this is definitely going to be Offensive Player of the Year. Taylor Decker allowed 13 sacks, 4 from Thuney and 3 from Jenkins and Johnson. Overall, this is really good performances. Obviously, Decker's a little bit high, but everybody else is so low. Demario Davis, 109 tackles. It's great. 88 from Bobby Wagner, then 76 from Jalen Ramsey. A very nice top 3. 13 CFLs from Chris Jones, 9 from Jared Verse, and 7 from Moore, Parsons, and Hayward. Our pass rush really got there. And with our sack numbers, we see that even more. Micah Parsons with 18 sacks, 13.5 from Chris Jones, 7 from Jared Verse. In disguise, Derwin James caught 4 interceptions, 3 from Jalen Ramsey, and 2 from Jalen Thompson. And Jalen's went off this year. Deflection-wise, 8 from Jalen Ramsey, 6 from James, Wagner, and Ward. Fumble-wise, we got 2 out of Demario Davis and 1 out of Jalen Ramsey and Cam Hayward. Steeler teammates this year. A block kick out of Derwin James, Jared Verse, and Brian Burns. So LA was going crazy with all these. No safeties and no touchdowns this year. But overall, our defense is unbelievable. Graham Gano had 90% from field goal, which is honestly really good. But as you can tell, we didn't really use it much. We didn't have to kick that many field goals. Instead, we had to kick 61 extra points. That is unbelievable. And punting only 37 on the whole year for AJ Cole. I think that's really good. So no way we go home in the wild card, right? It's impossible if we do. And we do not. We defeat the Eagles 38-24, and now we play the Los Angeles Rams. And because it's the divisional, we are not going... we'll watch this, actually. A gigantic game coming up here, and we're actually going to see ourselves in our hometown crowd. There's no way we can go home, especially when we've taken one of their best young players and one of their best old players. So the way we do this is we just go through the first play of every quarter to see what happens, and in the Super Bowl, we go through it all together. We're going to start off with the Rams kicking this game off, and they're going to get a good one out, and I think that might be somebody who we gave them. It is Deebo Samuel. Cutting to the next quarter, we are up 7-0, but the Rams have the ball in our territory, so it's looking a little bit sketchy here. We have the same record, and we just basically tied for our position, but I think we got the tiebreaker because we are the 2nd seed. And I would really appreciate if you snap that ball, Matt. He's going to look pressured in his face, but he's going to get it out to the sideline. Tutu Atwell. 1st and 10. We finally have this ball back, and I just want to see how our boys play to start the second quarter. We are up 14-7. Same deficit. Dak just checks it down, and it's not really going to go anywhere. 3rd and 5 to start the 4th quarter. They have the ball. We're up 17-10. It's going to be Matthew Stafford looking to pass. Rockets went over the middle, and he's got Deebo. What a game. All tied up at 2 minutes and 30 seconds left on it. 17-17. Handoff to Saquon Barkley, and he's going to make a great move and run into the end zone. What a time to start watching as we are going to take a 7-point lead going in to the 2-minute warning. An absolute burst of speed, a gigantic juke, and he just outran that defender who definitely could have tackled him. The extra point goes up, and it is good. So Matt Stafford will come out and try and lead his team to even tie this game, if not take the lead with a 2-point conversion. And that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. First play after the 2-minute warning, a quick throw over the middle. That's Puka Nacua. He'll bring it to 3rd and 3. So 3rd and 3 for Matthew Stafford here. He's going to look to try and preserve some clock while getting the first down, as he is going to throw deep on the sideline. A contested ball, incomplete, targeted Puka Nacua, but Jalen Ramsey has that seatbelt wrapped around him 3 times over. So 4th and 3 for the Rams here as they try and bring themselves back into the game. And they need to get this right here. Stafford looking in his pocket, stepping up pressure, and he's going to get hit. The ball hits the turf, and Chris Jones is very excited looking at the Super Bowl in his hands. So here is victory formation. And that is going to be the end of the game. The Cowboys, not the Cowboys, sorry, I saw Dak. The Bulls are making it to the division or to the conference championship for the NFC. Standout player on offense is going to be Terry McLaurin from Ohio State. 5 receptions, 100 yards, and a touchdown. He just sliced up this defense, and getting triple digits in the playoff is great. Defensive player of the game is going to be Chris Jones here. 5 tackles, 1 TFL, and a sack and a half. Just being able to get to the quarterback that much, being able to break into the backfield that much is enough to really propel us to this win. As we saw, it was a very close one. I think that special teams player of the game is going to have to be our punter for not stepping foot on the field. Our offense was flawless. So let's see who we're playing in the next round. So we are going to be playing the Green Bay Packers, who are 11-6. And we're looking to take them down. They are an 83 overall. We are a 97 overall. And let's see who takes down who and goes to the Super Bowl. Coach College State is looking to bring his team to the promised land. Let's see if he can deliver. Starting off, the Packers are going to be on the offense. And something I forgot to mention, not only to take Michael Parsons and it is going to be, sorry, I don't know why I'm stuttering like this. It is going to be Marcus Mariota at quarterback, as we have Jordan Love as our backup. Beginning of the second quarter, we're still all tied up, and we get to see another Marcus Mariota play. No center. Well, I guess we do have the Eagle center who's pretty good, as Mariota is going to look to pass, pump fake. He's got a wide open man. Tucker Kraft, or is that Luke Musgrave, is going to drop the ball. Starting the second quarter, I'll tell you the score as it goes. Okay, we are leading 14-7, and we have the ball here. It's going to be a play action. Dak looking, side-arming off the sideline, and he doesn't have it. Beginning the fourth quarter, we are leading 17-7. And listen, it's not complete total dominance, but this game is really close. It's about one stop away from being over, and it is 3rd and 12. Mariota's going to roll out, get hit as he throws. I think that was Chris Jones again. And we are looking at Cam Hayward, actually. And this game only got more out of touch for the Green Bay Packers as the Bills win 21-7. And we are once again going, or not once again, but we are going to the Super Bowl. And we want to win it. We want it all. And listen, Dak has been heavily criticized about not having his ring. Saquon just got a ring, and he's going to try and spread it. Offensive player of the game for the Bulls is going to be Saquon Barkley. Penn State, 19 carries, 91 receiving yards, or not, 91 rushing yards, and 2 touchdowns. 2 touchdowns is so good, and that is like the vast majority of our points. Actually, that was both of our touchdowns before we got the game sealer. My defensive player of the game is no question. It is going to be Cam Hayward. He had 3 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble. He was absolutely destructive. I was glazing last guy for getting a sack and a half. Cam Hayward went and doubled that, putting up 3 in a game and also forcing a turnover within a fumble. Absolutely disgusting from the Ohio State alumni who's been in the league for 14 whole years. And special teams player of the game is going to be Graham Gano, Florida State. He made 2 field goals. He attempted 2 field goals. He made 2 extra points. He attempted 2 extra points. He was just Mr. Automatic, along of 48. And we are, funny enough, going to be playing the Denver Broncos in the Super Bowl. I don't know if I've ever seen this happen before, but that's actually really cool. They went 12-5 as well, and they're an 87 overall. Super Bowl, we go through the entire game together. If it's close at the end, we'll hop in. So everything is on the line here. Whoa, I've never seen this animation before because none of my teams have made the Super Bowl. This is actually an incredible presentation here. This is absurd. Look at the lights. Whoa, wait, this is actually sick. I've never seen this before because the only time that I'm really playing Madden that much is for these rebuilds and all these team builds. And now I'm just seeing the Super Bowl for the first time. Hopefully this is only the first out of many times we see it. The flyover to kick us off, and we are looking to put our names in the history books. I don't see how we don't win this, to be honest. Knock on wood. Do I have wood around here? I do. And Denzel Ward intercepts the ball, and it is going to be a quick turnover for Denver on their first possession. And there is Trey McBride in the end zone for a 5-yard touchdown. We are already looking dominant in the first quarter. And Bo Nix can't convert on 3rd down, leading them to have to punt the ball away from around midfield. 3rd and 4, and Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to drop the ball, and it gets punted away. On 3rd down, Chris Jones makes a 10-yard sack, making it 4th and 24, and they just have to punt that ball away. On 3rd down and 4, Dak Prescott gets sacked for 5 yards, and we once again have to punt this ball away. Defense is dominating in this first half. Derwin James has an interception. Bo Nix has thrown 2 on the day, and we have this ball in great territory. On 4th down, Saquon Barkley makes a 6-yard reception to get it to 4th and 4, and we got a field goal kick out of Graham Gano. And at the end of the half, it's an unsuccessful run, and it is going to have to be a turnover for Denver as we go into the second half where we receive the ball. On 3rd down, Dak throws the ball away, and we're going to have to punt it once again. And J.K. Dobbins receives a touchdown from the 2-yard line, and it is going to make it a 3-point game in the 3rd quarter. And Jackson Smith-Njigba with a 74-yard passing touchdown from Dak Prescott is going to make it once again go back to 2 possessions. We're going to hop in here at, I guess they just scored a touchdown. It just kind of skipped right through it. It's going to be a 3-point game for Denver, 4:58 left. I don't know how they scored the touchdown, but they were right down on the 4-yard line. And we're looking to try and extend our lead and burn some clock here in the 4th. 1st and 10. It is going to be Dak under center. Receivers out wide. It's going to be a run to Saquon up the middle. He's got a gigantic lane, breaking a tackle and taking it right over midfield. His first big run of the game, I assume. And we are looking strong to start it off. First and 10 for the Bulls here. Motioning the tight end. It's going to be a handoff to the edge. Saquon Barkley. Pat Surtain is going to be turned around. And it's going to be another big rush out of Saquon. Only his 5th of the game. I don't know why we're utilizing him like that. Motioning out the tight end once again. But Dak is in the shotgun this time. It's going to be a play action. It's going to be a throw over the middle to the tight end. Dallas Goedert has a gigantic lane and is down to the 10. It's Trey McBride, actually. First and 10 now. It is going to be a handoff to Saquon Barkley up the middle. He's going to break some tackles and bring it down to the 3-yard line. Third and goal now for the Bulls. They need to try and get this in. It'll be a pass from Prescott. Pressure throws, and he has got it to Davante Adams on a quick out route. Exactly what they needed, and this goes back up to a 2-possession game. Look at that throw while under pressure, and Davante Adams is just the route tech of the century. Here comes the PAT, and it is good. First and 10. Knicks looking to pass. Just checks it down to the running back. It's going to be Harvey making a man miss, making another man miss, and going straight for the first. So first and 10. Knicks slings it over the middle quickly. It is going to be Franklin. Second and 3. No huddle from the Broncos here. Knicks communicating with his receivers. Deep coverage from the safety. It's going to be another quick throw over the middle. This time it is going to be Sutton. First and 10. A minute 35 left on the clock. Knicks looking for the pass. Wide open pocket. He's going to sling it right over to Marvin Mims. Second and 2. The Broncos are dicing up this Bulls defense. Is going to be a pass. Knicks rolling, looking up the gut, and he is going to get the first down after getting suplexed. First and goal, or first and 10. A minute 10 left on the clock. No timeout from Denver this possession. They've just been working. The time is going to be RJ Harvey, who is going to juke for the first down. Another great play, and here comes the Broncos timeout. Second and 11 now for Bo Nix. Looking for an audible. He's going to go for the pass. He shoots over to a wide open Marvin Mims, who is going to truck forward to the 6-yard line. First and goal. So third and goal now for Denver. They had to burn their last timeout, so they need this right here. Nix looking over the middle. He's got his man. That's going to be Evan Ingram for the touchdown. First time on the drive they've connected. And it's now a 3-point game. They can onside, and if so, they've got Will Lutz in their back pocket to try and make the kick. 29 seconds left, and this extra point from Will Lutz would bring it into grippable range. Pause. I didn't mean it like that. So here comes the onside kick, and if they don't get it, then I'm not even watching. Looks like I'm not even watching. Davante Adams, the former Ram, the Fresno State alum, is going to grab it, and we are going to be at the end of this game. So the Bulls will win the Super Bowl 24-21. This super team cut it close, especially with that last minute touchdown, but they are going to bring themselves into the Hall of Super Bowl Champions. The Gatorade goes over Coach State, and it is looking very good right now. Will Denzel Ward be the Super Bowl MVP after he gets himself the 50-yard interception? Or will it be someone else? So here comes the legend bringing down the trophy, and the boys on the podium. Roger Goodell is going to hand it over to the head coach, Coach College State, and it's looking like a win. Offensive player of the game has got to be Saquon Barkley, 7 for 72, and while the yards aren't that insane, he had 10.2 yards every time that he touched that ball. That is absolutely unbelievable, not only for a regular season game, but this is the Super Bowl, where the trophy and ring is on the line. I really want to give it to Denzel Ward, but I feel like the true defensive player of the game is Jared Verse. A TFL and 2 sacks. That means he got behind the line 3 times to record a tackle. That was absolutely you know what? I can't speak, but it doesn't matter. He played an absolute lights out game. I'll give special team player of the game to AJ Cole, who consistently got that ball out and consistently let us have a chance at defense. But do any of them win Super Bowl MVP? We'll find out right now, as let's go to the awards. So we will win the Super Bowl. I guess it's our 4th time winning it. Our Super Bowl MVP is going to be Chris Jones. So Chris Jones, essentially, he had the exact same stats as Jared Verse, except 1 less tackle. I don't know how that works out, but okay. NFL MVP is going to be Josh Allen. Coach of the Year is John Harbaugh. Offensive Player of the Year is Puka Nacua. Defensive Player of the Year is going to be TJ Watt. Offensive Rookie of the Year is Ashton Jeanty. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is Mason Graham. So a really good, honestly, this kind of looks realistic, except for John Harbaugh, because he's, you know, probably going to get fired. But anyway, that is going to do it for the video, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, because this took a very, very long time to set up, probably about 4 hours, 5 hours of work in total when it's done. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bulls on top, and I'm not talking about Chicago. Give me Anchorage.